Okay, so here we are. This is the final part of MySims. And to close off our wonderful journey, we are going to build the town sculpture that we got, well, town monument as it's called, that we got for achieving star level 5. This is basically your final building challenge for the game, and what it does is whenever you put it into anybody's house, that automatically ups you a friend level, which is quite awesome. Now, it does take quite a while to build. I mean, for one time only, you're actually going to see the entire building process. There's a little bit in the middle where I ran out of essences where I go and collect more, but you're actually going to see the entirety of it because this is the only thing we have left to do in the game, which is kind of surprising if you ask me. Well, technically you have loads more that you can do. You can bring in more people into town, build stuff for people, build stuff for yourself, and all sorts. There's just so much that you can do, but this is essentially the big finale of building, because it involves essences of all types being used, and it's just quite interesting. Now, I'm going to use this time to just give my final thoughts on MySims. You've heard it at least a few times before, but it's always good to hear things again. Just repeat it; it drills in about the game. I do love MySims. It's not perfect by any means. It has a lot of problems with frame rate issues and loading times and all sorts, but it's just a fun little game. There's a lot that you can do, but you don't. Most of it's optional, which is always very helpful and fun. And it's just a very relaxing game to play. That there aren't many relaxing games out there these days, which is incredibly sad, because sometimes you do just want to kind of sit back and just chill whilst you play a game. You don't want to be forced to be thinking on your feet every 5 seconds. It doesn't always constitute fun. I mean, it's why I do enjoy Professor Layton, because you do get a period of thought time to think through things. You won't kind of pushed through the action at breakneck speed, which, although fun, in most instances, just doesn't quite have the same relaxing nature that the rest of the game has. The end of that sentence didn't make any sense, but you get what I mean. It's just that sometimes you just want to chill. And I think MySims is an excellent game for that. And I also love you can be so creative with things. I mean, you don't have to be. You can do mostly what I've done and just follow the blueprints and get along just fine. But you do have the option to make some crazy designs, and they will be accepted, and the Sims will generally like them, as long as you've coated them in essences that they are going to like. But I think sometimes MySims gets a bit of flack for being incredibly kiddie and incredibly simple, but I think that's part of its charm. Also, I'm an idiot when it comes to the plumb bob. Really, really stupid. Don't worry, it'll get sorted in eventually, but it took me a little longer than I would have liked to get it to work. Guess that's what happens when you don't really pay attention to all of the blocks that it's telling you to put in. Now, obviously most of the time I have said paint as you go along, but for some bizarre reason when it comes to the town monument, I just like to paint it all at the end. It just works better if you ask me. And we're there. I'm trying to talk too quickly and it's not going very well. There we go. Finally figured out that I needed that in the middle. Such an idiot. So yes, as I was saying, MySims gets flack and it doesn't deserve it because it's adorable and fun and it's unique. The closest you're going to get to this is like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon and stuff, but neither of them have this creative element in them. You can't build whatever you like. You don't have that liberty. Now, I will say one problem with this wonderfully huge statue is that it's very difficult to get up to the top, which is where you want to be to get in all the essences. Because for the monument, these particular essences are not necessarily compulsory, but they're what the game is expecting you to put in. So you're better off actually putting them in and doing what it says. Oh dear. So see, that's what I meant by I didn't have all the essences I needed. So there's a point where literally I was just like, okay, run away, go grab essences, and it'll all be fine. Also, that pencil is huge. Like, really huge. It's ridiculous. And also, this is something that I did on my my first town monument. The happy face on the front of the it just makes it happy, makes it look like it's got a face rather than just a blank canvas of death and destruction. And so now that we have finished our thing, yeah, I kind of did skip some of the painting. Sorry about that. But you didn't miss too much. It was basically just lots of video games and lots of stars. And now we're going to actually go in and paint the body. Obviously we actually need enough notes to be able to do this, so we're gonna do the shoes are red so that they're like Sonic's shoes, do it with musical notes because of the whole wonderful music that we produce, obviously. This was not a clever idea trying to paint it with night because we don't have enough. I'm an idiot. To be perfect honest, I should have gone essence hunting a bit more to just get enough essences to be able to successfully paint everything. But oh, for Pete's sake, this is the one problem that you do get from painting right at the end is that you do end up overlapping essences, which you don't want to happen, but it's generally fine. Now, I think my plan here was use a great variety of essences to make it look like it's actually got, so like it's wearing trousers and it's got a top and so on and so forth. Particularly a long sleeve top, because that's how things roll. And then we need something that's skin coloured. I think the Tina doll is going to have to do for this. Because we want it to look partially human. Even if it's still going to look like an absolutely terrifying thing. Yeah, that is frightening, really. But at least it looks kind of human. Kind of. Not really, but you see what I mean. Now, where's a brown that I can... That'll do. So the hair is going to be made out of chocolate cake. Or gingerbread man. Gingerbread man, I think, is going to have to... It's a decent enough brown, I think. And then we need a wonderful green to do the plumb bob. Where are we going to find this wonderful green? The 8-ball! This is a very mixed up essence collection, really. Quite a lot of geeky. I want to get the essence in the middle. A bit cute. A bit fun. A wee bit studious. And even wee a bit spooky and literally nothing on the tasty. Not that I don't like tasty food, it's just that it didn't work in my wonderful design, so it had to go. So, no, we want to just paint that last little bit, and then we have completed our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful town monument. Now, where is this town monument going to go, you may ask? Well, I'm actually going to put it in my house. So let's go there now. Before we actually go into my house proper, let's have a little look at what my old house used to look like. It's very basic, but here's my wonderfully huge TV, and it's got a Wiimote bar on top of it. We've got some wonderful Wiimotes and an actual Wii there that I built. Also, there's the mushroom chair and the claw hands. There's my old town monument, so you can see the very, very similar style, though it's a bit more yellow. And then I don't seem to have the bed that I remember making, but oh well. So that was my old house. This is the house that I've been living in on my journey through Bellbridge this time. Even more basic, but at least it has a bed. So let's move in our the town monument, and that, as they say, is that. That is everything that I can really show you in MySims. So I hope you have enjoyed this playthrough. I hope you join me for the next part. Well, for the next playthrough or walkthrough. And as we have a little wave goodbye and go off to bed for our first sleep in forever, I bid you adieu. See you next time.